Silence feels uncomfortable for many people. Not loud silence, not awkward silence in conversation, but the quiet moments when nothing is happening at all. No notifications. No background noise. No one asking for your attention. Just you and your thoughts. For some people, silence feels peaceful. For others, it feels almost threatening. And if you are someone who instinctively reaches for your phone the moment things get quiet, this video is not about judging you. It's about understanding what silence actually reveals. Because silence doesn't create discomfort. It exposes what is already there. When everything around you goes quiet, your mind gets louder. Thoughts you've been avoiding suddenly show up. Unfinished emotions. Questions without answers. Regrets. Doubts. Old memories. Even fears that don't make sense logically. Noise protects us from ourselves. Silence removes that protection. That's why so many people fill their lives with constant stimulation. Music while working. Videos while eating. Podcasts while walking. Background noise while sleeping. It's not because they enjoy noise that much. It's because silence forces confrontation. Confrontation with who you are when nothing is distracting you. Psychologically, silence removes external validation. There is no feedback. No likes. No reactions. No reassurance. You are left alone with your internal state. And if your sense of self is heavily tied to external input, silence can feel destabilizing. Your brain is used to being occupied. Dopamine cycles depend on novelty. When novelty disappears, discomfort rises. But this discomfort is not a flaw. It's a signal. Often, discomfort in silence points to unresolved internal tension. Something you haven't processed. Something you keep postponing by staying busy. Silence pulls it to the surface, whether you're ready or not. This is why silence feels different depending on your emotional state. If you are at peace, silence feels spacious. If you are avoiding something, silence feels heavy. There is also a deeper layer. Silence strips away identity roles. In silence, you are not performing. You are not productive. You are not entertaining anyone. You are not proving anything. And that can feel frightening in a world where worth is often measured by output. Many people unconsciously believe that if they stop moving, stop consuming, stop responding, they will disappear. Silence challenges that belief. It asks a simple but uncomfortable question: who are you when you are not doing anything? For some, the answer feels empty. And that emptiness can be scary. But emptiness doesn't mean nothing is there. It means space exists for something real. Silence also reveals emotional backlog. Modern life doesn't allow much processing time. Emotions pile up quietly. Silence opens the door to them all at once. That sudden flood can feel overwhelming, which is why people avoid it. They mistake intensity for danger. But silence itself is not harmful. Avoidance is. When you never sit in silence, your nervous system stays in a constant reactive state. Always responding, never integrating. Over time, this creates fatigue, anxiety, and a sense of being disconnected from yourself. Ironically, the thing that feels uncomfortable at first is often what restores balance. Silence is where self-regulation begins. This doesn't mean you need to force silence or meditate for hours. Even small moments matter. Sitting without stimulation. Walking without headphones. Letting a thought finish instead of interrupting it. At first, silence may feel restless. then emotional, then revealing, and eventually, grounding.
Because once the mind realizes it doesn't need to run, it slows down naturally.
Silence also teaches you to observe without reacting. Thoughts lose some of their power when they're not immediately acted upon. You start noticing patterns. The same worries repeating. The same fears resurfacing.
And that awareness is the first step toward change. People who learn to tolerate silence tend to develop a stronger internal compass.
They don't rely as heavily on external noise to regulate their emotions.
They become less reactive, more intentional.
Silence becomes a mirror, not an enemy. If silence currently feels uncomfortable for you, that doesn't mean something is wrong. It means something inside you wants attention, not distraction. You don't need to fix it immediately. You just need to listen. Silence doesn't demand answers. It invites honesty. And the more familiar you become with it, the less power it has over you. Eventually, silence stops feeling empty. It starts feeling like home.